So if you're looking to buy something, how do you know that that deal, that offer, that promotion that you're seeing is actually a good price? Often, and I get really frustrated about this, that first price you see, that this is the was price, we're selling it for that, compared to the now price, what you can buy it for right now, it can be a little bit misleading. It could well be that that previous price, which suggests there's this massive discount that you're getting right now, isn't something that the item has really been selling at that often. Maybe it was like it last week, but maybe for the whole of the previous month, it was a much lower price. Or maybe sometimes there's a bit more of a flow, an up and down in these prices. But it's really, really helpful and really useful to understand what that real selling price is before you buy anything right now. Because if you have a set price, an understanding of what something really sells for, it helps you get an idea of whether the price you're seeing right now, the one you're thinking about paying for this item, actually represents good value. If it is, brilliant, snap it up. If it's not, then maybe you want to pause and want to wait. And if you don't need it right now, and you've seen that in the past, the price does come down to something that is more affordable for you, or just a better representation of its true value, then you can wait. Sounds simple, right? But how do you do that? Well, fortunately, there are a handful of different tools, different websites that make this a lot easier for you. And they take just a few seconds to check these, either at home when you're shopping online, or even via apps, or just using your mobile browser when you're in a physical store as well, giving you that little bit of power to make sure you are getting a decent price right now. You're not getting fobbed off by false deals, false discounts, right? So I'll take you through some of those top deals right now that help you when you are shopping. Now, the first one I want to share with you is specific to Amazon. Now, if you're a long-term watcher of the channel, you'll know I'm not the biggest fan of Amazon. I think it's often good idea to shop around. It's not always the lowest prices, and sometimes you can get better deals elsewhere. But if you are going to shop at Amazon, then you have to go to this website. It's called CamelCamelCamel. You want the UK version, so uk.camelcamelcamel.com. And when you're here, you can look at any product there is, and my little face here is just covering, I can move it there, the actual price it's selling for right now. Any item I put up here, a Lego Indiana Jones set, okay? Current price, $26.99. If you scroll down, you get a chart like this. Now, you can set it for different periods. So you've got 1 month. Here's the price over the last month. 3 months. Now, this hasn't been around for that long, but potentially you could do 6 months or a year, or you can do all time. That's obviously not going to change too much because this item only came out in the summer of this year. As you can see, the current price of $26.99 down here has actually been not the lowest price ever. It was selling slightly lower there. Maybe that's about 26 quid for pretty much most of the last month. And in the summer, for about half of August, it was also down here at 25 quid. So this current price right now is not the lowest possible price. And also, what we're talking about, it's been available since June. So right time of filming this, what's that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 months. And in that time, it's only been full price for 1, 2, 3.5 months. So what's that? 2/3 of the time at full price, 1/3 of the time at a lower price. If you were to see this being sold for 35 quid, my instinct would say, don't buy it. And also, if you want to, you can scroll down and you can also add different options, not just Amazon itself, but Amazon third-party used, and you get a little chart as well, telling you the lowest ever price, the highest ever, the current price, things like that. That is CamelCamelCamel, really handy for Amazon. I want to share with you a quick hack as well that makes this maybe a little bit easier to find things. So let's have a look at a popular Amazon product. This is the Echo Pop, one of their new speakers. Now, if you want to look at the price of that, obviously you could type into CamelCamelCamel Echo Pop, or you can go to the URL and you can get this bit here. Just after the main bit, .co.uk, there's a code. If you copy that code, let's go back into CamelCamelCamel, and if we whack in that code into the search box, it will bring up for us that product. So nice little hack there, make it a bit quicker and a bit easier for you. And again, let's scroll down, let's have a look. Here's the price history for this one. Again, a relatively new product, but as you can see, other than the first few months when it was at full price, it's actually again up and down, up and down, up and down, and showing you that you can potentially get it for a lower price. Now, this is where a good example, the reason I've chosen this product, a good example where this sometimes falls down. It says right now the price is $34.98. And if we go back to Amazon, we see that's correct, right? $34.98. However, Amazon also is running a deal, currently filming this in November, so nearly Black Friday, where there is a promo where you get 2 for the price of 1. Now, you might not want to have 2 of these. You might not want to do that, but it's worth knowing that actually, if you were going to wait a little bit, this 1, 2 for 1, that is the same as that low price now. It could be, if you don't want 2 and you want to pay just 1, that really low price could return again. So again, really useful tool, really, really helpful. And just for Amazon though, just for Amazon prices, although you can use it as an indicator of how much things might be at other retailers. Should add as well that if you want to, you can get a CamelCamelCamel plugin for Chrome browsers, and that makes things you only have to go over. You can click it and it pops through and it gives you a short graph. But I always prefer to go over to that website and get more information. Right, another price history one to tell you about right now. This is for other retailers. It is not every single retailer, but it is quite a useful one for some of the big ones. You'll have Currys, Argos, John Lewis in there. And this is also got Amazon in there as well, so if you want to compare them. And this is a website called PriceSpy. PriceSpy is essentially a comparison site. So it's really handy if there's something you want to buy. You can go and you can see like how much is it being sold for at different things. So here's some Sony headphones, the 1000XM5. Let's have a look what they're going for. Well, someone selling them on eBay for 287, and Vary they're 315, John Lewis 319, Argos 319. So it's a good comparison site at any time. But we're talking here about price history specifically, and you might have spotted here at the top of that there was a graph. Now this graph in itself shows you the ups and downs across an amalgamation of all those different retailers. This is problematic because let's click this sort of jump button here. Price history will take us down to a bigger graph. There we go. Problematic because some of these retailers, Verdi Kitchens, who are Verdi Kitchens, right? And they were the ones who until recently were apparently selling these headphones 142 quid. A massive discount compared to these ones here. And even that on buy at 259. My concern with these ones is often who are they? If we don't know these people, are they legit? Are they really selling that? And if they are, can you trust them? Now, maybe you can. And maybe if you click through to those retailers and that price is there and you've checked it, you've done your due diligence, you're going to be all right. And of course, for expensive products, if you buy them directly from a retailer and it's more than £100 and you get that Section 75 protection if you use a credit card. But broadly speaking, you might be thinking, oh, I'm not sure about them. And that skews this graph. However, handy little thing here, couple of options. Show sales periods. So you can take out sales. That might impact things. Doesn't seem to make too much difference, but it's worth knowing about it. Select the shop. So, okay, let's find out what those headphones have been selling for at Currys. And this line comes up and it shows you the ups and downs at Currys. Gives you a better indication of actually how much prices are changing at a bigger retailer. Again, always worth thinking about occasional flash sales different places, but that's interesting. And you can add as well. You can add different places on. So let's add on John Lewis and let's add on Amazon as well. You can see that Amazon has consistently been selling it at a lower price than Currys, occasionally the same price. You've got a John Lewis here with a bit of a dip down, a particularly good bargain price there in October. Again, really useful to know that if you see a price right now, how does it compare to our retailers? How does it compare to how much it's sold at those different shops at different times? And you've also got, and the same thing you do with CamelCamelCamel, you've got the opportunity to extend that period from 3 months to 6 months to a year, 2 years, or even further. Now, these headphones haven't been around for a crazy amount of time. So if we went to all, I don't think it'd be much longer than what we've got there. It actually goes back only to May 22. Again, really, really, really helpful tool to be using. Now, with both of these websites, there is also another feature which is definitely worth looking at. You've got it on CamelCamelCamel. Let's go here, right at the top here, is the ability to set up price watches or price alerts. So rather than you having to physically go in and check for when prices drop to a certain level, you can do it here. And you simply click on the button and say, what you want it to be. Do you want it to be a percentage? Do you want it to be any price drop? Do you want it to be an exact amount? So I want to be told when this product drops down to, let's say, when we talked here about that ideal price here from the price history, it's been down as far as $17.99. I want to know when it drops below 18 quid because I'm not willing to pay any more than that. Price drop alerts Really useful thing to be doing there. And again, you could do exactly the same thing with PriceSpy. We'll scroll up a bit, and here you've got an option on the corner there, create a price alert. And then you can do exactly the same thing. What price do you want it to be? And you get it emailed to you. Really useful way to make sure you are getting the lowest possible price. So absolutely use these two tools when you are shopping, the price history and the price alerts. Those two websites are PriceSpy and CamelCamelCamel. They will hopefully save you a fortune. My name's Andy Webb. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these videos for more ways to make the most of your money.